welcome to Gwent the Witcher card game closed beta. Mighty thanks for helping us test the game. This is a work in progress, although we think it's tons of fun already. Not all modes and features are available. If you run into glitches, please visit playgwent.com/support and report them. We will try to help as best we can. You'll find detailed information regarding the closed beta and the game on the FAQ at playgwent.com/FAQ. Also, we invite you to join the Gwent community on the official forums, Twitter account, and Facebook page. It's the best way to stay up to date. Talk to the devs and give us direct feedback. Above all else, thank you for joining the closed beta, and we hope you enjoy playing the Witcher card game. Love the Gwent team. Hey guys, Starcaster here, and welcome to my Gwent first impressions. I played Gwent back when I played Winter 3 by myself, and I was definitely intrigued. And I had a friend that I know in real life who managed to get into the early closed beta. And I told him I wanted to try it, and eventually he finally got me a code, which was as of recent, and I am really excited to see how this game has progressed since they started letting players into it. Also, I have a few codes. If you guys want a code, check the description below. I'll also have a few other links for the forums, the website, and all that kind of stuff. And let's take a look. I'm really intrigued. Let's go. Sign in. Oh. Okay, I don't have to put my information in. Okay, that's good. But yeah, there's several different factions. I don't really remember the names at all, actually. But I do remember having a lot of fun. Loading inventory. Load inventory loaded. There we go. Alright. Oh, okay, welcome to Gwent. This tutorial will help you get started. You will get some free cards once you complete it. If you're in a hurry, you can skip it by pressing escape and return it later. In the menu. From what I heard, this plays exactly like Hearthstone. And what I mean by that is, when it comes to a store, you can buy card packs with real money, but nothing, like, you can't buy specific cards. I don't know if there's a card crafting system. The goal is to win 2 rounds against your opponent. Yeah. These crowns show your progress towards victory. The top crown is your opponent's, the bottom is yours. You get half a crown each time you win, get both halves, and you win the game. This is the total strength of your army. Whoever has more total strength at the end of the round wins and gets half a crown. As you can see, some cards have already been placed on the battlefield. These are units. Placing them on the battlefield increases your total strength. Each player can only play 1 card per turn. Once this is done, it is the other player's turn. Your opponent will play first in this match. My turn. Each unit has its assigned position, determining which row it can be played on. For example, the Fiend can only be played on the melee row. The Ancient Foglet can only be played on the ranged row. And the bird, the griffin, can only be placed on the siege row. You can tell which row of card can be played on by looking at the icons. That is Geralt. Okay, we're gonna play Geralt, apparently. To do so, highlight it and double press or click and drag.
Not your lucky day.
I think I like the enter better. If you have played Geralt and his strength has been added to your total, this means your total strength is now higher than your opponent's. Okay. Oh. Play your remaining cards in any order. We win! Yay! Okay, cool. Congrats, your total strength is higher than your opponent's, meaning you won your first battle. Kinda, like, it was already kinda won for us, but alright. They didn't have us play the very first round. Choose a card to redraw. In this game, you'll learn about advanced cards mechanics and round dynamics. All battles start with a mulligan. During this phase, you can swap up to 3 cards and you don't want in your hand. During the next battle, for a few new cards drawn from your deck. Let's start by swapping out the decoy, Commander's Horn, and First Light cards. To do this, highlight each card and left clicker. Commander's Horn and First Light. A good strategy is to open a round by playing a strong card. This way your opponent will have to play high strength cards to match your total. Play Geralt now. Okay.
Portals.
Your opponent is about to play a card that musters more cards to the battlefield. This means all copies of this card in your opponent's deck will instantly appear on the battlefield. Oh, that's cool. That's a very good card. Okay, some units can deal damage to other units, reducing their strength. Play the Veron Rosh card now and choose which enemy to do damage to. Remove 5 strength from a non-gold unit on the battlefield.
Temeria. That's what matters.
Let's go for the middle one. Reduce your unit strength to 0. It is destroyed, sending it to the graveyard. Another muster card. Weather immunity. Play all wild. Oh, it has weather immunity. Play all wild hunt riders from your deck. Weather immunity cancels out a row. Weather. Like the stuff that can cancel out entire rows. Alright, that's awesome. Okay, play your remaining cards in any order. Okay. So it's all us now. We're at 19. I think I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. I wanna pass. We have more strength. Hold. Left click to pass. All right. I guess it's forcing me to. Can I pass now? Oh, this does something, doesn't it? Okay, well. Your opponent is about to play a special card, Scorch. This card destroys the strongest units on the battlefield. Uh-oh. As you can see, Scorch did not affect Gerald or Vernon Rosh. That's because these are gold cards. Gold cards are immune to most card abilities. You can recognize them by their gold borders. This would be a good time to pass. That's what I was trying to do. Your opponent will need to play many cards to eliminate your lead. If that happens, you'll have a card advantage and will be positioned to win the remaining rounds. Remember, losing a round does not mean you've lost the battle. You only need to win 2 out of 3 rounds. Pass by highlighting the coin and clicking and holding, left click or pressing and holding escape. Once you pass, you can't play any more cards. Okay. Yep. No. Where? Oh.
Death comes for you.
Okay, we lost a round, but we now have an advantage. We now start another round. Your opponent won the previous round, so they start. At the start of the second round, both players draw 2 cards from their decks. As you can see, you've got a significant lead over your opponent. They only have a few cards left. Well, they have 5, and we have 7. Okay, yeah, 7. Continue playing and defeat your opponent. Okay.
I've no interest in politics.
Ouch.
Can't take it anymore.
Now you have more total strength than your opponent, who has just passed. There's no point in playing any more cards. Remember, you must have some cards left to play in the last round. Pass now to win the round, highlight the coin, and click left. Starting the final round. We've now begun the third round, and that means both you and your opponent draw 1 card from the deck. Each of you has half a crown, so whoever wins this round wins the game. Oh, is it my turn?
Alert! To arms!
We're basically playing everything, right? Ooh. That was cool.
Best give up now!
He passed on the last round.
Long live acceptance.
I'm gonna play all my cards now.
Long live, etc., etc. Finally.
I don't understand why the
Aye, aye, sir.
playing all my cards. You now have more total strength. Either way, you'll win. 50 to 11. Monster horde, wild beasts. All right, that was fun. Legendary monster slayer. Ragnarok.
As dead
No,
as
Aridin. Play
pizza.
Aridin. At the
Onward!
end of, oh,
Attack!
choose. Oh, I didn't get to read. Okay. Use what you learned in the previous match and swap out cards you don't want to use in this battle. When you are satisfied with the cards, press right-click to start the game. Okay. I think I like all of these. I'll swap out these. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. In this game, you'll learn how to use your leaders, but let's start by playing a unit, okay?
Long live, etc., etc.
You shall die, worm.
Your opponent has used his leader. Leaders can only be used once per game. Using a leader ends your turn, just like playing a card. Aridin, Wild Hunt. Gain weather immunity can be kept by... It doesn't have a gold border, though. It says a silver border by the monster's faction ability. So we use ours, which means choose a non-spying bronze unit on your side of the battlefield. Spawn an exact copy of the same row. To use your leader's ability, drag your leader card onto the battlefield using left-click, press X, or highlight your leader.
Onward! Attack!
Alright, that's a good card. Can we do it to Geralt? Oh wait, no, it's a bronze unit. Your opponent is about to play a weather card. These cards reduce the strength of all units in a row to a minimum. They affect both sides of the battlefield, meaning both you and your opponent will feel their consequences. They're the cards you usually use when your opponent has significantly more strength than you in a specific row. Remember, like most cards, they don't affect gold units such as Geralt. But it's a silver card. You can remove the negative effects of weather cards by playing First Light card, which was just added to your hand. Some cards let you choose between different effects. Choose Clear Skies effect by pressing Enter. Rally. Play the top bronze unit deck. Play your remaining cards in any order. Okay, the Commander's Horn card just been added to your hand. You can play it on any row. To increase the strength of several adjacent cards. Choose 5 adjacent units, add 4. I think it's forcing me to do it. Okay. As you can see, you now have a significant lead over your opponent. You can now pass and win the round by won the round. And okay. Now you know the basics and you're playing to find out more about the game, the tactics you could set in motion your foes will face. With each battle, you'll gain experience and hone your skills. Use that knowledge to bring your enemies to their knees. Good luck.
Any last words?
I've no interest in politics.
The north, Tamara.
No damn. Yeah. Oh snap. Okay, we're gonna take this siege equipment. Kill that card. Alright, and we got some cards with weather immunity. While in your hand deck or on the battlefield, gain 1 strength whenever a devourer on your side absorbs strength. When removed from the battlefield, play a necker from your deck. Okay. Don't touch it.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am. Finally. Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, I can play another.
For Radavid!
59. Passed. Okay, we're just gonna finish
Let's
this off.
give up now!
Oh,
Can't take it anymore.
we done. Oh, wow. There's no card limit. There has to be a card limit. Who won the round? 76 to 13. Whoa, we beat a bot! Okay, draw. Some men cannot... Okay, never mind. It goes too fast. You received a new card keg. Open it. Shop. Congrats, you finished the tutorial. Now you can play games adjust against other players. Either use pre-made decks or ones you build yourself in the deck builder. Good luck and have fun. I like this. Alright, what's over here? Card management. Reward.
Human smart is human battle by.
Welcome to the shop. Buy various in-game items. Yeah, that looks like Borderlands kind of look. Yep. You obtain new cards by buying kegs and opening them. Okay, click it. Congratulations, you received a new keg. Card keg, open it in the shop. Open keg. Yes. Is there an animation for it? Oh, he does it. Oh, that's cool. First, you are shown 4 cards that came in your keg. Flip them to see what they've got. Okay, I do it in different order. So let's... that one.
Wow!
Okay, we don't have very many of those. That's not very good. That one. That's good. And 2 strength for each spying unit on the opposing side, and whenever a spying unit appears on the opposing side.
Wow!
Add 2 strength to the weakest non-gold units on your side of the battlefield except self. Remove 1 strength from the weakest opposing non-gold unit.
Goody!
Torrential Rain.
Now for more!
Next, you choose 1 of 3 cards. A card you choose will go to your collection while the others will be destroyed. Make your choice, highlight a card, click. Oh. Okay. You can sign. Choose a non-gold unit in your hand. Give all instances of it in your hand and deck a shield. Shields protect from 1 strength removing effect, but not from strength resetting or swapping effects. Okay, I think I like that game. Weather immunity, play all Wild Hunt Raiders. Okay, I think it wants us to get this one. Yes. Congratulations, the new cards have been added to your collection. You can head to the deck builder at any point and use... Back to shop, okay.
Human in shop.
So here's some balancing updates, I guess. I'm not gonna bother. So I guess we go to our collection. Gwent and craft ones you don't have using scraps. So there is a crafting system. After reaching level 3, you'll also be the ability to build on new cards. Welcome, this is your card collection. Here you can browse through all cards you've managed to gather so far. Some of the cards in this view are grayed out. If a card is grayed out, that means we don't have it. In each deck, you can have up to 3 copies of each bronze card, but only 1 copy of each gold or silver card. If you collect more copies than that, use the Mill Spare Cards button to turn your extra cards into scraps. There are several filters you can use to view only certain cards in your collection. Use the filters at the top of the screen to switch quickly between cards for each faction. To further narrow your search, use the Advanced Filters menu. Click Filters to open filters. In this panel, you can apply a variety of search filters. For example, type a card in the search box to display that card. First light. You can find the card you found will remain visible even after you close the filter panel. Click Close Filters now. You can now craft available cards if you have enough scraps. 30 scraps. To gain more win games in multiplayer mode or mill cards you don't need. Let's try crafting a card now. To do so, highlight a grayed out card and click on it. Here you can see detailed information about the card, its strength, combat row, and special abilities. Okay, I guess let's craft. Yes. We already had 2 though, I didn't want 3. You've just crafted your first card, it's been added to your collection, now you can use it in your deck. Click close preview to leave the screen. That covers the basics of managing your collection. You can visit again by any time by navigating to the appropriate tab via the main menu. You've been awarded 100 ore. Use it to purchase card kegs from the shop. Combat. Card building. Welcome to the deck builder tutorial. Here you can put together new decks or modify existing ones by adding or removing cards. Let's start by creating a new deck. Click on new deck. Alright, cards in Gwent are divided to factions. Each faction has unique cards which only it can use. All factions can also use neutral cards. Choose a faction for your deck. Click left click to continue. Skellage, or however you pronounce it. At the start of rounds 2 and 3, add 1 to the base strength of every non-gold unit in your hand, deck, and graveyard. Add 2 strength to each gold unit when it appears on your side. At the end of each round, keep the last loyal non-gold, non-fleeting, I don't want monsters. Choose who begins 1 round per game. After drawing cards at the start of rounds 2 and 3, redraw up to 1 card in your hand. I think I like this one. I think this is a good starter team. Spawn 2 clan and crate warriors. This is your card collection. All cards you've collected are shown here. You can use the card filters to display only specific types of cards. This is your deck. You can add cards from your collection to it, or move cards you don't want back into your collection. Now let's add a card from your collection to your deck. So by highlighting a card, clicking left click, and dragging the card to your deck. Speed things up this time, we'll fill in the remainder of your deck. Usually though, you'll choose all the cards for the deck yourself. Now let's remove a card from your deck. To do so, highlight a card in your deck, click left click to drag it to your collection. This card is the card counter. Jeez. It helps you construct a valid deck and shows you the deck limitations. Now that you've constructed a valid deck, click save and exit to leave the screen and save your deck. Okay, save and exit. Tutorial has been complete. Man, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. You've been awarded 50 scraps. It is early in the morning. Use them to create new cards. That's it. We're done. We have completed. All right, let's go. Well, what'd I do? There we go. I clicked tutorial. That's what I did. Cards. Shop. Do we have another keg? Yeah, we did. Open it. Two monster cards. An Arc Griffin, remove weather from its row. And a Vron Warrior. Every 2 turns at the end of turn, destroy the unit on the right if non-gold and absorb its strength. Okay.
Wow!
Raiden Knight. First light.
More!
And I get to pick one. Gain weather immunity, draw 1 card face up and 1 card face down. Keep one and randomly place the other in your deck. I like that. Back to shop.
Human in
We can
shop.
get one of these.
Soup in shop.
Try it.
Goodest good soup got. Most
Yes, I wanna open it now.
goodest.
Oh. Okay, we didn't get any Skellig cards, sadly enough. Blip, blip, blip. Ooh, Adrenaline Rush. Saga the resilience of a non-gold unit on the battlefield. A resilient unit stays on the battlefield for the next round. What does that mean? Wild Hunt Warrior gains weather immunity. Remove 1 strength from opposing non-gold unit and gain 2 strength if that unit is destroyed. Okay. Impenetrable Fog. Spawns a fog effect on both ranged rows that decreases the strength of all non-immune units on or appearing there to 1. Units regain all strength removed by fog when fog is removed or they move out of it. Gain 1 strength whenever a revealed non-gold unit appears on the opposing side.
Now for more.
There we go. Clan Drummond Shield Maiden. Whenever this unit is weakened but not destroyed, play an instance of it from your deck. I will take her. Add 12 strength to a random non-gold unit on your side of the battlefield. Alright, we're going with this one. We're gonna add her to our deck. Back to the shop.
Cheapest the barrels in the
Back. Cards. Deck builder. I think this is a 1. Okay, and we're gonna put. Where is she? Okay, filter. There she is. Put her there and save it. And we're gonna delete that deck. Yes. Guys, that is the start of Gwent, the Witcher card game. I thought the introduction was pretty damn good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you know to leave a comment and a like. And if you want to see more Gwent, make sure to subscribe and click the notification button so you know when I upload the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.